They are not well trained in the area of information gathering and intelligence gathering. That's why we have very weak security setup that hitherto we are experiencing today. And that's what prompted Federal City Court to say, for us to get it better in the future, let's start the rudiments of bringing our youth up to what we call Go City Club today. I don't know in other agencies whether we have something in that relation. But what I know, I'm convinced about, is that no security agency can hold it off without the support of the citizen. The citizen has a role to play. And how can they play this role when they are not tutored on the rudiment of getting it right? That's why in our curriculum in schools now, it's very necessary for us to have a system where we teach our youth on how to gather intelligence from the citizens. If there's a crash on Nigerian roads today, Federal Safety Corps is not omnipotent or omnipresent. It takes the members of the public to be able to reach out to us. And what do we make available to them? We made a toll-free line, 122 available. What's the essence of this? That there must be communication. There must be interface between members of the society and FRSC. If not, let us have the best of all arsenal without information from the citizen and get it right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commandant. Commandant will never understand the reason why he's here. So we will know. Thank you, sir. Now, my job is to get the definitive part of this session. I'm going to introduce ladies who will also proceed the well-grounded intelligent questions. Please, let's welcome one more time Mr. Maha. Mr. Maha, could you please come up?
Round of applause for Mr. Maha.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause.
Okay, so while we wait for Mr. Maha, I'm going to direct my question to the female on the panelist. You representing the citizens, what would make you see a reason to report an incident to the security personnel? What would be that thing that makes you go ahead to report or hold back the information you have? We're talking about citizen participation here. What would prompt you as a citizen to either pass the information you have to the right security personnel or hold it back?
Right, good morning everybody. Permit me to respectfully respond to the existing protocol. My name is Cynthia Gregg. Like you said, I represent the citizens, yes, because we are of the private sector. I'm the MP of Safety Signatures Limited. You know, before I take your question, I would like to take the last part of the sector commander's approach to dealing with this topic. You know, we cannot ignore the citizens to dish out information when there is no legal framework. Now responding to your question, a legal framework to first of all protect that citizen from being attacked, one, to manage the information that has been provided by that citizen. In the developed countries, is a norm that when you see your neighbor constituting a nuisance to anyone, you just send, do a video, you make a picture, and then share, you know, to Metropolitan Police or any of the agencies. Now, nobody comes quizzing you to substantiate that information you have shared. That information is dealt with as information from the grapevine. But in a developing country like Nigeria, many times any information you want to share to some of our government security forces or agencies, you would have to look at it again and ask yourself, are you ready to come out? Because your face will be required to defend the information that you are supplying. We call it intelligence gathering, meaning covert operation. A covert operation does not require a face. A covert operation, we're talking about technology, vis-a-vis the need for us to institutionalize citizen participation in crime prevention and intelligence gathering. Intelligence is a covert operation. It's not an overt operation. So why do we subject that citizen to defending an information the citizen has supplied for free? Now, what are the solutions? Why can this work? How will it work? One, like I said, the legal framework. Two, attaching a fee. Everybody, everything should look like business. Really, yes. See, there are people who work from home. They work online. 247, they are available to supply information to you. Even today, that it is not fully legalized today or formalized or institutionalized, there are some of us who share this, get back information to people here and there. All right? But these are done by, just free will requesting. I mean, just what you're not doing. And then you are required to come and defend it. And sometimes you are asked, what is your interest in this case? If it has to do with a woman, you are asked, is she dragging your husband with you? If it has to do with a man, you are asked, is he harassing you sexually? So there are so many funny questions that just limit the extent to which any citizen would want to share information. So now we are talking about institutionalizing. And is the government of the day ready to understand what this concept means? And now let it become a norm, a formal process of doing things. That when I take my own technology, phone is part of technology. When I share my info with you, my intel with you, via the phone, that should be enough. I shouldn't be subjected, to scrutiny, further scrutiny, that will discourage me or expose my identity. I think that's one of the ways we do it. Thank you.
So I'm going to go to Mr. Truthman to take it from here.
Okay, thank you very much. Power of microphone is beautiful. We are here in trying to forge ahead as much what we can do to reduce crime, how we can about its prevention. And I can see the big groups of almost all the agencies here. Unfortunately, not on the table on the high stand here, apart from the tactical and level safety. But it doesn't matter. We'll take the microphone down to others who are here. And we need to respect not just the hierarchy of the various formations here, but we have people who are in depth in it. Not too long ago, I saw the Deputy Commissioner of Police, State CID here. Is he here present? Is this around? So he's going to also help us. Is he around? Okay, please face it. I know it's a mufti.
Just a week.
Okay, beautifully welcome, sir. So I know our guys are around too, but what we do is an appeal that questions that might arise might not go to the top of the hierarchy, might go to your subordinates. Please indulge them to answer. It's my appeal. I know we have to respect the protocol of the hierarchy, security architecture. But it doesn't matter. The second commander answered something very well in comparison with Nigeria and America in particular. But I'm going to ask you, because one thing is said in here, this cannot be done alone. We need the private sector security. I'm happy Dr. spoke a bit, but I'm going to throw the next question. You will smile when I was coming. Now, the question is this. Hello? Would you be ready to assist an alien policeman who is combating crime and when he shots, you're driving past? Would you be willing to carry him in your car, in a risk, to take to the nearest police station? Yes or no, and why would you do it?
Well, the answer is yes, categorically. My background would also help with that. And I think what is missing, and a lot of people might have problems with it, is the word trust. You see, I trust the police, personally, in Nigeria and abroad. And I know that without the police, we can't have a nation. It's bottom line. It doesn't matter what negative vibes are coming from the press or against the police, whatever it is. As far as I'm concerned, without the police, we do not have a nation. Because people will naturally act like animals in the jungle where there's no law and there's no order. So when I see a policeman and I see anyone, even before I'm part of government or anything, I have reached my own car to block a driver that was disrespecting the policeman on the Ikorodu road. I was driving a beautiful SUV car, but my instinct was the disrespect to the police and I would not walk away from it. Every time, people need to listen to this. You see, the policeman is a human being like your brother, like your uncle, like your daddy. Forget about the uniform. If he's being disrespected, assume it's your family member that is being disrespected. And every time you have an opportunity to protect the police, please do so, because the day will come when the police needs to protect you and your family. Come on, may not be on your side.
Very good. We've been seeing in the news, online and the print, where we have had people from various security agencies that have been abusing their rights. Not too long ago, I saw one where the vehicle of VIO, I think it is, was driving one way. I was blocked. Who saw that? That was natural. Okay. Then another one again was involved in an accident, also driving one way. Now the question here is, at what point do we draw the line? I was in South Africa one time, and I saw when the police arrested the police. And I asked the guy, my chauffeur or my host or whatever it is, who picked me up, take me out. And I said, how can the police arrest me? And he said, no, in South Africa here, they have a different arm of the police that arrest police who break the law, especially traffic or driving one way. And this is something that's I feel ashamed here in Nigeria when you see policemen driving police vehicles for no reason driving on one way, Third Mainland Bridge, and some other places. So the question is, sir, I want to ask, I'm taking the microphone downwards to the AIG zone 2. So please tell us, when we see such things, what do we do as citizens? Can we use our citizens to arrest the vehicle? If we do, shall we be supported? And such persons, what do we do about them? Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. I appreciate your question. Let me answer it this way. If a law enforcement agent is flying one way, how do you know the reason why he's flying one way?
This is a nice one.
Let me go on. Let me give you a very good example. We are coming to Lagos Island. At the tail of Third Mainland Bridge, there is a normal hold up in the morning. You can't drive to. There is a crime at the tail end of Third Mainland Bridge, at the late end. And people need to get there to rescue people. But let's say there is an accident. The road side that to assist the victims that are injured. Is it right for people to drop them and begin to ask them where they are going to? The most important thing is this: that law enforcement officer or agent must act responsibly. That's what we should demand of our law enforcement agents. If we are responsible, we will act responsibly. There are times you can justifiably fly one way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So our last four officials, now here you go. If I show I'm a security operative, I drive one, there must be a reason. Now we're going to come back in here. We're still talking about security prevention and all that, still with security. So, I can see with the medals or lapel pins you have on your jackets, you're well exposed in your past. But forget about mine. Mine are borrowed. Except the one on this other side. Now, in your own quota in Nigeria, would you be ready to participate in any forum to boost security in this country? That is one. Two, would you demand to be paid? And three, what would be your limitations?
Thank you very much. I enjoy your presentation already. And I'm still enjoying you here because you have been very, very lovely. The Center for Responsible Leadership. Your questions are almost. But first, I wanted to have a say in the first question. You know, when you make doing the right thing difficult, you make doing the wrong thing hard. The reason why people If you don't have good legislation that protects the citizenry, they will break the law. And at times too, the law enforcement agencies will be overwhelmed. You will have the way SAP, the famous SAP riots of 1989 happened, and answers of the So, first and foremost, I have been volunteering at various levels. And that is why the policy of whistleblower, worked to a very large extent and is still working. And the question of trust that somebody raised the other time, maybe it's difficult for the law enforcement agencies to enjoy the cooperation of the citizenry. Because several occasions you disclose identity of those who volunteer information. But for some of us who don't mind, as a matter of fact, we work with the relevant agencies. We give them information. We never ask for payment. As a matter of fact, we spend our own money, our own time, our own convenience to ensure that cases are reported. For example, I work in the area of anti-corruption. It is difficult to commit economic or financial crimes alone. Somebody must be there. A financial institution must be there. An assistant must be there. Somebody must carry the file. Somebody must obtain the signatures and all of that. All of these people are potential whistleblowers. If you treat them well, they will want to commit their all into supporting the agencies that needed their intelligence with a view to prosecuting, to gathering enough evidence and witnesses to prosecute, to have diligent, due diligence investigation and adequate evidence in prosecuting the case when you get to court. So some of us have been doing it, we can continue to do it as long as the agencies will make the best use of such intelligence that are provided to them. But in some cases, they thwart it. And again, at the highest level, even when you get conviction, how do you encourage those who detected the case, investigated it, and prosecuted it, when you forgive, the criminal, when he's supposed to serve maximum tenure of his time in jail?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no way from the judiciary here. Very, very good. We're going to go on, like I said, participatory. Please, if you have questions, you can always send them forward. Any question you think you may have. I do know one thing for certain. I refuse to check back. I love this country. When you travel abroad, you find that the police in those countries deal more with foreigners in those countries, and they expect it. The guy who took the laughter session was talking about UK, but let's look at UK in particular. And I saw something on Instagram or something like that, where another little black boy, 30-year-old boy, was harassed by the Metropolitan Police. Now, it's so peculiar, it's always done with foreigners over the blacks. But here in Nigeria, I hardly see a situation where the policeman or security operator harasses a foreigner. It's not to say that all our foreigners are saints here in Nigeria, but I hardly see it. And if it's done, it is not publicized. So the question goes to four. Is it that foreigners in Nigeria obey the law? Or is it that the security agencies shield them? But I'm not going to ask the DCP party that question here. I won't ask you that question for security reasons. However, I want to ask the audience that are here, when you see a foreigner committing a crime, what do you do? Like what was said about the Chinese guy, no direct relationship with anybody in Kano that killed his Nigerian lover. I'm sure we'll have that one. How that case is going to go, I do not know. But the truth of the matter, things happen and nothing is done. And yet all the time, our Nigerian brothers and sisters are deported back to Nigeria for one criminal offense or the other. It's just a question here. So I'm going to meet with you, sir. Why is it the question? Because I see it all the time. We Nigerians, we complain each time. The police does this to us, the police does that to us. Nobody tells the good part of the police story. It's always a negative story. Why is this the case from the standpoint of real civilians?
Well, as long as I'm concerned,
Take the security.
hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when people complain about the primary objective of the country is to make sure that law is obeyed. And when you are talking about foreigners committing offense in Nigeria, they are not I disagree with that. Because I'm aware, and every day I go to court from time to time, and I see a lot of foreigners being tried. In fact, even yesterday I was in Alabo and I saw a lot of foreigners who were being prosecuted, and I'm aware some of them are being charged in court today. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that there's no preferential treatment being given to anybody. We have a law in this country. Our criminal administrative system provide that when anybody offends the law will take two things. Then what happens is that most times in the society, you find it difficult that within the people in the society find it difficult to bring issues that concerns foreigners. They don't get them before the law enforcement agencies. But I can assure you, once anybody is brought before law enforcement agencies and they investigate and find the person culpable, they charge the person to court. I don't think that in our country today that we have any preference for anybody. On daily basis, go to court, you take a routine check now in the court. Foreigners are being charged on daily basis. Thank you.
I just want to add that to what the gentleman has said. The agenda in the United Kingdom against people of foreign nationals is totally different from that of Nigeria. We do not discriminate in our country. Alright? We do not have an agenda to keep white people, brown people, young people out. We just want people to behave. But there's another agenda abroad where to solidify the issue of infiltration of the black community or anyone that is non-white. You need to show the public, oh, they committed this crime, this crime, this crime. Statistics show on ratio that there are more crimes committed by white people compared to the ratio of black people. So there's an agenda, and the police here do not have such negative agenda.
Oh, thank you very much. Like we said here, we're trying to create an expose as it is, open our eyes, our ears, to have a better understanding how crime prevention is being done within the country here in Nigeria. Like I said, if you have questions, you can send them to the floor. Now,
Or just give it to the ushers close to you, you'll pass it on to us.
yeah, in the course of my introduction here, I know we have with various security agencies, but one thing is certain here in Nigeria is the issue of interdepartmental agency collaboration and support. And the upper echelon of the security agencies, all the organs at the top, they collaborate, they laugh, they drink, they eat together, they have discussions. But somewhere down the line, as it gets to the middle tier of these agencies, this thing tends to fizzle away. We don't see that collaboration any longer. And you have a situation in this country of ours, it's people of different agencies, different uniforms, having fights and things like that. We wonder why and what can be the way forward resolving this. I'm not going to ask anybody to uniform on that.
Thank you very much. That is a very vital question. Interagency in Nigeria, for example, we know that when they say superiority is one of the greatest keys, but I must confess to you, within the present chief of defense and the General Irabo and the chiefs and other agencies, you see a very strong collaboration. Even in Lagos State, I told you that the CP and other agencies were meeting every day. In fact, there is training among them. I was confessed to you. And I believe what we need to do is to provide a solution. What do we do? Maybe there's a way we can form what we call an interagency academy. By which if you pass out in have to use more years for you to be able to understand the things that are element of the law of this country. So with that, there will be element of bonding within the general officers. If you ask me from the higher officers, they easily formulate and translate their business of collaboration between them and they come to an understanding of what it is. In Lagos State, I can tell you for free, that is being done and I will give it to the commissioner of police.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But the last one I'm going to take about press of time is that we spoke about the issue of combating crime. And most times these criminals use vehicles, someone mentioned power bikes and all that. What can we do to track these people? There's an agency here in Lagos State here that has to do with authorization of vehicles. Now, I don't know what relationship they have. Is it just a government thing, the white elephant, or are they actually in collaboration with the various security agencies? Do they have a database that will be on my foot here? The CP can just key to it to get the vehicle number plate, know who owns the vehicle and how we can track it, where it's registered and things like that. So the question here is that, so, with this agency of yours, at the click of the button, can you get the kind of information? I remember once when I was schooling abroad in the UK in particular, I went to the bingo and I came out from about 6:30 in the evening. I forgot to put on my parking lights. So I was driving the police car. The first person asked me, I saw me, a young guy next to me. Say, who owns this vehicle? I said, it's my car. The guy couldn't pronounce my full name, my full stop, Chipoka. It was a Chipoka necessary to pronounce my name better. So he did. Just at the click of the button, with his walkie-talkie, he could find the registration number from Swansea that this vehicle was registered with my name and I had all that. He asked me for my driver's license, which I showed him, and he asked me where I was driving by my parking lot. I said, if you see where I'm coming from, you want to use the breathalyzer on me, I said, I don't have any alcohol. So he was confused and he let me go. But now in Nigeria here, can the policeman, road safety, Laxman, any of the security agencies, with the touch of the button now, with this agency of yours, get the full description of the owner of the vehicle in the event of the crime?
Thank you very much. From Lagos Inspection Service. Basically, we undertake vehicle inspection via state government, what we call periodic technical inspection. The essence of this is to check the bottle of with this age, we cannot overlook the fact that we need technology to do a lot of things. And to be very frank, criminals also use technology to commit crimes. I want to give a typical incident that happened recently when we got a call. Somebody was fined for offense of good witness and vehicle insurance. So he was charged with 40,000 naira. Each offense is 20,000. So he said, please, I got this message, but unfortunately the car was stolen from me for a year now. So we have to invite the person, show all documents, and then the area the vehicle was captured because we have 20 cameras around. And my colleague here, my company here, the vehicle inspection center, we work together, we are partners. We are a technical house of the vehicle inspection center. So we have to provide all this information, but of course, those information have to be related to the police to further carry out the investigation. We knew the facility where the vehicle was captured and the crime was issued to them. Yes, at the click of the button, now you know BIO on the road, you don't need to address it enforcement. Because from my phone, I can check whether you have a valid document or not, without it back down.
So, are we testing now?
Yes.
Are we trying?
Yes. Give me your plate.
No, I won't do one. Before you tell me the guys part.
I'm live, boy.
Okay, start from me then, Mike.
Well, just, my brother here, I just want to say this is an opportunity. There's an unhealthy competition among agencies, right, which is unnecessary.
That's what I mentioned.
But then that's because we don't sell ourselves to each other. Now, the question I wanted to ask is, does LASMA officer, do they have any right or opportunity to check the plate number on the road? FRSC Do they have such opportunity? And the police, so that when you see a yellow bus operator, just one, because we're talking about intelligence gathering, and you can see that this driver is on drugs, he's driving like a lunatic, it's going to cause loss of lives. Can you get that plate number and you guarantee that the same plate number related to that vehicle, the FRSC has it, and the police have it? So that when the last officer says, well, am I this section? This person is whatever, the police in that area can decide, okay, that's the same one. If we are not there, we're still way back in terms of intelligence, like way back.
Thank you very much. That's what just smiling.
I can authoritatively say that we're almost there. Because I think 2 years back, FRSA have been able to articulate all this information under the National Vehicle Identification Scheme. At the press of the button, all the information pertaining to that's why we've progressed from traditional ways of enforcement, right enforcement, where we don't need to run after any vehicle on the highway. We notice that it has been used because we have a very robust database. Let me give you an example. I was coming to the island 3 months back with my official car. The man decided to push me to another lane. And my driver was like, what's that? What's an effort? According to me. And he looked at us and like, he gave a smile as just to justify that it was done deliberately. I asked my wife to do it. I discharged the number to the appropriate person, and I had a profile of that vehicle. Why is it not charged that? I called the phone number of that profile, and somebody picked. I said, are you the owner of this? He said, yes. That I hope there's no crash. He's carrying my imam, according to him, to the island. I said, your driver doesn't go recklessly. And he started passing the driver. I know him for that. He's a useless man. While we are still on third Milan Bridge, I saw one of the occupants of that vehicle receive the call. And I saw the stereotype head of the driver just looking one way. He was in and it's like, how did they get this information? Why still on third Milan Bridge? As of 2020, the FRSA was able to recover 480 vehicles stolen by virtue of this technology. But when you want to be, at the point of registration, we will get to registration. The profile will come out. And we call the owner. This social vehicle is about to be registered. I think you know that we spoke about 3 days ago. This under 24 hours of reporting. The information is handed over to the police and other cases. And the appropriate things are done. On a daily basis, information on vehicles, either that has committed a crime under the police, under the civil defense, and other cases, are brought to the So we are on, it's a project in progress.
Well, I was taking the lunch in Abuja with the former marshal was last year in Abuja, and I hope there's a collaboration between all agencies and the road safety agency in us fighting this. We're going to take the last one. I don't want to get now, technology is coming up. That's a nice one. It's a continuation of this. But I'm going to ask a retired police officer this question. He's retired but not tired, so you can talk freely. When the cameras are taking in, the person of the AIG knows. Do you think, sir, do you think presently technology can assist the police in combating crime? If yes, what kind of technology will you advise the police to use? I know you're not tired.
Thank you very much. The issue of security, the issue of combating crime, I've started so many instances where technology has assisted in arresting culprits. So technology is the in thing now. And the kind of technology that we need is the one that have so a lot of streaming data capturing and data collection, so that we have that on share with all the agencies. We know that the agency can do anything alone without others, just like without the members of the public. So technology is what we need now. And the Nigerian police force is falling ahead. We need to seriously. And now it's so many crimes being committed, and the Nigerian police force are on top of and arresting all this. So technology is what we need. And we need one that can be shared with members of the public to be in it as well as all security agencies. Thank you.
Thank you. Last question here is addressed to CP. Someone saying, why do some people bribe? And the person is asking, what can be done about bribe and what is the punishment they after? Someone asked, sir, the issue of bribe. I don't have a problem. The issue of bribe in Nigeria. Now, your agency is the one that everybody sees over here. Well, that's why is there, road safety is there, the civil defense comes are there, but your agency takes all the backlash. So why is it that now, is it the giver or the taker? I do not know who that should start for. Because these days they say it's the giver, the taker that asks before the giver gives. Sometimes the giver, the populace, that induce your people about which one you give now. What's the thing? So the question is, why take a bribe? Some of the police men, not you, men under you, down below. And what can be done if this bribe is taken?
Thank you very much, sir. I think recently, when some of our officers who were trained in human rights and election security management were passed out last week, I made the abundantly clear that you cannot take if somebody doesn't give. You see, we keep on accusing police officers of taking bribe. Why don't we accuse the lot of people giving bribe? Because the penalty for the giver, the same for the penalty for the penalty for the receiver is the same penalty for the giver. Bribe taking and bribe giving is a very serious offense. So we always looking at it from the perspective of the police alone, but we are not looking at it from the perspective of the members of the public who are willing to part with money to buy their freedom. A lot of them commit crimes, and their belief is that with money, giving out their money, they can easily be forgiven by the police who are willing to, some of them who are willing to pay, or some of them are not even willing to prosecute their cases. Please settle us. We don't want to go to court. Let us see how we can, appeal to you and forget about this case. So the crusade should be for members of the public to stop giving police money. You are the ones that are encouraging police to take. That's the truth. Yes, listen to me. And I mean it. I said it last time. I said, look, my office is very easy. It's very accessible. Other senators are very accessible. Nobody can force you to part with your money. Stop giving police bribe. I've said this for the ultimate time. Even the members of the media have carried so many media, electronic and media, that the CP said, stop giving police money. So it's not a matter of police being accused of taking bribe. We should also accuse people who are willing, who are readily willing to give bribe. Why do you give bribe? Bail is free. We have said it, several programs. It's free. What you only need is to give somebody who is somebody of substance to sign as a surety. And your brother, your sister will release you. If any IPO is saying no, or continue giving money, go and report it to his boss. He has a boss supervising him. There is a supervisor. So, but most of us are always willing. I'm very serious about what I'm saying here. And I want you to carry the message back to the Republic. They should stop giving police bribe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You see smiles on people's faces. I had some moment down here. So I'm going to take this one here and round it up now. Because the issue of crime is a serious thing here in this country. I believe so. Not so? Yeah. Okay. Now.
All right. Quite interesting, my CP. I'm one of your admirers. And while I agree with you on one part, that both the giver or the giver is more liable than the receiver. I want us to understand the situations. Most times, the givers find themselves. It's not usually so pleasant when you find yourself in a circumstance. I speak as a citizen today. You know me very well, I know what I do for a living. But as a citizen today, there are so many conditions you are subjected to. One thing that is, ravaging many citizens today, those of us who ride cars here and there, is a law enforcement agent stopping you to argue with you that they cannot identify your plate number, the number on your plate number. Now you are about to argue, defend, you would assure them this is 6, this is 7, this is 1. The problem is the authority that a policeman carries. The authority in the power of a law enforcement agent is huge. So it's your word against their word. Many times it doesn't come so easy to say, I am not going to give anything. You realize that the only way for you to forge or continue with your journey is to add something. Just to appease. It's like you are appeasing the gods. So what I'm saying is, so my sister,
Where are God?
I'm a promoter of the Nigerian Police Force. And any day, any time when I have an opportunity to speak in any media or any forum, I speak and I stand for our law enforcement agents. But I want us to take it back home and look at ourselves and tell ourselves the reality of the day. We have brothers who are not in the force, we have sisters who are not in the force. Under what circumstances do we give out this money? Under what circumstances? Is it with smiles? Is it with happiness? It is almost a dehumanizing situation that makes us, any citizen, to, give such. Thank you.
Yes, let me I would like to ask that. Dr. Cynthia, I want you to be as much as possible to be objective. Don't let us sectionalize this matter. Most Nigerians are very honest. Most Nigerians. And they believe in using what is buying their freedom. I'm telling you. So if they too can be circumspect by obeying laws, by not have any reason to have any problem with policeman, they will not have any reason to start buying their freedom. And I'm still saying it takes you to down. Not really. You are saying that you find yourself in which situation? My telephone number is everywhere. The public relation police officers or the Lagos State Command for telephone number is everywhere. If you have any issue with any policeman, they will call me, repeatedly on a daily basis, every second, complaining, and I will intervene. We have seen officers who always campaign on behalf of any weak person who is being oppressed by less authority by any police officer. So I don't believe that it depends on the state of violence. Let us strive hard. Let us strive hard to do the right thing, obey the laws, and stop buying our freedom with pride.
Thank you. I could see the hearing which is your chief, was rubbing his head on this. Oh, end it with him now. Please. I was watching, Stay quiet, the senior spoke, let us end it up with the hearing. Thank you.
If they are ending up if you are suffering well, and I understand Madam's plan, I think what we need to do as a society is to stop oppressing each other.
Thank you. That's a question. Thank you. Give me a lot of applause. Stop your oppressing.
For everything we do, the kind of blue power show, I'm a big man. I'm above the law, I'm below the law. We just need to do the right thing.
Actually, there's certain something. I am the law.
Huh?
I'm above the law, I'm below the law, then I am the law.
That's the wrong idea we all have. And that's why when we are looking around there, people feel very or when we are here with them, we can do things. Let us all be responsible. The police officers should be very, very responsible. Citizens should be very responsible. And we have a better police.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please, can we give our panelists a round of applause and stand up to join the rest of us? Thank you very much.
Yeah, before you go, please gentlemen, please, for the paparazzi, can we just have a wonderful photo shoot of these men?
One of the session is on. We're so sorry we have lots of questions to be answered here, but we're really out of time. We'll perhaps go back to work, so we're sorry we can't take more of the questions. We sincerely apologize.
Thank you very much. The question to come down. That is the lady as well. Thank you very much. That is the lady too. Thank you very much. Now, like I said, there are questions still very much going. But please, we will get all these questions to these law enforcement agents and you will get your responses. Thank you very much. Please, we still have a lot of things to do. We have magazine to launch. We have awards to be given. So in the next couple of minutes, everybody will be out of here. So let us connect ourselves with Tegoro. Now, while the networking is going on, while we are setting the stage for everything,